Hello everybody, it's Endtime Watchman. Wanted to do an update on the economy. I'll be looking at the screen here back and forth of what's taking place today. Hope everybody out there is well across this nation and the world and YouTube land. But we just need to do an update on the economy. The banks are selling off. Bank stocks are down from 24 to 48.6% as I speak now. Bank of America got a bailout. They're at 5.79. They're down 19%. Citigroup is at 3.01. They're down 14. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Okay. Let me go back for a minute to the bailout and how that it was going to stabilize the banking sector and it would unfreeze liquidity and that there would be lending and credit put out where we could get this economy back going through the bailout. Now, as I say this, some of you that may just be beginning to watch End Time Watchman, I'm a positive human being. Laugh, joke, and have fun, and kids and wife and I laugh, and people I meet, I make them laugh, but you know, at the same time, you have to be serious and you have to be sober about what is taking place. You see. Now I know some of you out there in YouTube land have done your videos saying that people like me and others are nothing but negative and we're trying to do a self-fulfilling prophecy. No, we're not. We just simply lay the evidence out there and lay the truth out there, and from that you have to make your decision. You see, now, and the thing that I made my decision on based on facts, okay, is that according to the Dow Jones Industrial now, that is at 8,086 right now, and it was just at 8,900 not too long ago when I told you that it was a plunge protection team, that they were injecting that into the market, not the everyday man investing, but the using the bailout money to inject it in there to get you to be a sucker to go back in it. You see. Now, those that have a stake in that market, that are hierarchy, that want to steal the rest of the money that you have, of course they're going to come out there and on the news they're going to say that this is the bottom, this is the turnaround, and you know they're. But what don't make any sense to me is how that the people can be gullible enough to believe it. That when you print and print and print and print and keep printing money, that you're solving the problem when you're not. What you're doing is you're just putting the money in the hands of a few, and then they're not lending it to the everyday working person. It's just that simple, you see. But having said that, Citigroup, Bank of America, and those that receive the so-called TARP funds and things of that nature, they're pretty much thieves, is the fact. Okay? The fact of it is they're thieves. The fact of it is that this economy that is so-called capitalism is dead. And I say that to reach out to the intellectual, not the emotional parts of you, but in your intellect, I ask that you would search your heart, but yet let your mind and your intellect make the decision of whether what I'm saying to you is true, and not your emotions. Okay? You know, there are people that had $5 million retirement funds that don't have $200,000 now, and it happened just like that. You see, but nobody saw that coming in the hierarchy. The people on the Fox Business News or CNBC or Bloomberg, they didn't see it coming, they say. Okay? But yet it came. Federal Reserve Chairman, Treasury Secretary, Senators, Congressmen, President, none of them saw it coming, so they say. Alright, so they didn't see it coming and your retirement is gone. You're out of a job. Some of you have lost your home. Some of you have been under repossession of a vehicle, that when you sign on the dotted line to buy that vehicle, your intentions was to pay for that vehicle, and to someday have the title for it and hope that it weren't wore out, and that you took care of it and maintained it, and that you could have a chance once you paid for that vehicle to begin putting up money for retirement. And so it is with the majority of you when it came to signing on the dotted line for a mortgage. The majority of you believed that you were doing this in faith, and that you made that contract that you would someday have that house paid for, and through that you'd be putting up money in retirement, and that if you invested your money, that the money that you had earned and you put in that market, that it would somehow begin to create more money. And that what you would work for hard would one day be something that when you became older and that you did want to relax and try to enjoy the rest of your life, that you could do it. And many, many people did it with good intentions. But yet, the intentions of the stockbroker, the intentions, the majority of them, the intentions of the bankers, is that they get theirs and that you never receive yours, because that's the way the system's set up. It's set up for you not to get ahead. It's kind of like the Titanic. Only the big wigs and the elite got the life rafts. The working man got the shaft, you see. Now, speaking to your intellect, it's been growing and growing and growing like a festering tumor with what they've been doing to us, you see. And then there are some out there that say that, well, let's give Obama a chance, let's give this a chance, let's give this a chance. Okay, look here. $825 billion includes $550 billion new spending, $275 billion tax relief. He'll create or preserve more than 3 million jobs. In other words, all these jobs we've already lost, at the best, if you read into the innermost parts of what the verbiage is, at the best, he says he may stop another 3 million people from being out of work rather than creating the jobs for the private sector, you see. The thing of it is, America, it doesn't have anything to do with what color you are, or what state you live in, or what job you have. If you're middle class and down, the destruction of you has been implemented. It's been placed into production, and the big train's rolling. The big train of destruction and theft and thievery is moving fast down the track. And it just so happens that it doesn't stop and come in your house or come in your bank account to do it. As it rolls, it has a long, wicked arm that reaches out and it pulls it from you while it never slows down, you see. It's End Time Watchman. We're talking about the economy, and we're talking about reality, and we're talking about appealing intellectual, not the emotional. I'm happy as a dead pig in the sunshine today, but I just can't take away from the fact of what has happened to our nation. Now, I'll be back. End Time Watchman, Part 2 on the economy coming up.